Okay, if you're like me and you trying to change your downstream O2 sensor on a Hummer H3, I'm going to show you the location of what you're going to need. The upstream one is very similar and actually a hell of a lot easier. But anyways, so you need the PV blaster stuff to break the thread. What you do is you soak the O2 sensor for like 2 days. If it's really, you're in country where it could seize up. So this is the new one. I buy them at Rock Auto. It's actually a genuine part, and here's the part number right there. For Hummer H3, I have a 2006. But anyway, you spray the PV blaster. This part goes in the engine right here. Really heavily for 2 days. I heat up the engine, spray it some more, blah blah blah, over and over. You cannot go wrong by using tons of that stuff. It'll mess up your concrete or whatever. And the freaking can likes to roll like a goddamn idiot, pardon my language. I don't have the privilege of having fancy garage and all that stuff, but anyway, so working on your stuff, it can get kind of frustrating, but there's a way to do it to save yourself a hell of a lot of freaking hassle in getting these damn things off. They can be welded in there like they're part of the same unit. The threads just expand or something. But anyway, here's what you're gonna need. So you need the ratchet, regular size, I think it's what, 12 inch, something like that. Cheater bar to extend it about 2 or 3 inches. The longer the cheater bar, the more torque you have. You're only gonna need 2 or 3 clicks when you put this thing over the, you can buy this at Rock Auto also, or any auto part store. I think they rent them too. I put some tape in here because it was jiggling around on the O2 sensor, and that's not good. I might strip it. So I put some tape in here to thicken it up a little bit and narrow so it's good. Anyway, then this spray tool here, I just use it after I apply the PV blaster. I go to the part and I brace this against it. It's kind of hard to show you. And I whack it with the hammer. In other words, you're just whacking, this like bam, bam, and then go to this side, bam, bam. I spray it with the PV blaster. Don't hit it really hard. Just enough to get that PV blaster chemical solvent in there to break those threads. And then the next day I came back, did it again, sprayed it like shit, sprayed it shit again, because I knew this was going to be a bitch to get off. I knew it after watching the YouTube videos. Long story short, they come right off. 2 or 3 clicks with the cheater bar, boop, you hear it click. It's not going to be like a nut that comes off gradually. These things go boop, and they break. And next thing you know, you screw it off with your hands. It's that simple. So I'm going to show you exactly where it is. It's windy and dusty right now. Frickin' nightmare. The worst day to be doing this stuff, but I'm saving a couple $100, I don't know, whatever. Here's the location. Here's the H3, there was the mirror. Down here, there's this crossbar right here. We're gonna go down inside. Excuse my fucking, pardon my language. My freaking language. Anyway, so here's this muffler right here. Pipe, there's the tire. There's this cross. Remember? Anyway, so the O2 sensor is right there. Okay, so with your right hand, you can actually reach around this pipe and reach that and hold the socket. God, I'm having a problem with words today. Hold the socket vertically, just to make sure it's on there straight. And then with your left hand, the cheater bar, you can wiggle it around there and get this. I'm just going to show you. Screw this as best as I can. I've already done it. Excuse me. This socket right here. Nothing like filming when you don't have a freaking clearance. Put it right about there. And once you put your ratchet on the top there with the cheater bar, you're going to say, I don't have enough space. I don't have space. I understand that. I was thinking the same thing, but I was going, no, it wouldn't be that dumb. With tools, you can do amazing things. So I stuck the ratchet in, and all I needed are 2 or 3 clicks with the cheater bar out here, and I pulled it down. But make sure you with the right hand, you're reaching around this pipe over here, reaching down and keeping this socket vertical, because if it goes in an angle, you can strip it, and you can see right there, I started to strip it, I felt it. So I said, oh shit, I better put my right hand in there and make sure that this socket tool stays vertical, because I'm at such an angle that it's trying to tweak itself obliquely and it's going to strip it. So, but anyway, wasn't working, wasn't budging, and I said, no, I think more PV blaster, it's going in there, I notice. So I sprayed the hell out of it again. Make sure you wipe it up so it gets on your equipment and shit, it gets everywhere. I use microfiber cloths from Costco. They're great. They pick up the dirt instead of smearing it, and also liquids. But anyway, what's going to happen is it's going to break suddenly. Like, all I had was 3 clicks. I counted them on the ratchet. Tick, 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 very little. And I said, that's not going to be enough to do anything. But with that cheater bar way out over here, extended over here, I was just able to barely break it. I mean, poof, it broke. And then from there, you can basically almost just hand thread it off. Now, the clip. Where's the frickin' clip? It's right here. You might want to look at your new one if you're unsure. Make sure it's exactly the same. But how to get this off? This is the old one. You just push this thing down and pull the whole thing out. Down and pull it out. Down and pull it out. It'll come right out, okay? And let's see if we can get over there. And I'll show you. Excuse me here for swearing, but I got tools and shit all over the place. I'm normally very organized, but I'm working in a bad corner here. On a slope. All kinds of bullshit, wind and dust blowing everywhere. Picked the worst day, but sorry about that. Maybe I'll become a star from my cussing. But anyway, you can see it up there. It's way up there. Let's see, let's get a little better angle. That's where it went into. And that old one on the top, the one with the blue, is the one I pulled out. Pulled in the clip, real simple. Anyway, after you do that, you can just, where are you, you little bitch? You can unscrew this. There it comes, 5 years later. Or, no, more than that. That's pretty trashed. I was getting O2 sensor readings, codes. So, you know, I'm sure some people say, oh, you can clean up and restore them. Why do that? This only costs, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks for something at Rock Auto. Same with the upstream one, and I saved a ton of money. So that's how you do it. The key is, and remember, oh, but I forgot to tell you, on the new O2 sensor that you got from Rock Auto, I'd buy GM AC Delco parts, or I really would. See that silvery stuff on the top? Looks like gum on the threads. Point to it right there. That's anti-seize. And they put that on the threads. Don't worry about it. You need it. If you buy off brands, it won't have this stuff on it, and you need to put it on there. Basically, it prevents in the future, if you have to get this damn thing off again, you won't have to go to a mechanic and have them mechanically get it off. It'll just come right off. It's called anti-seize. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. This is the new one. Make sure you don't get this stuff on your fingers, because it'll come off the threads. And make sure everything's clean and wiped off with a microfiber cloth before you put the damn thing back in. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. The trick of the whole thing was that PB Blaster product. By putting it in there, it's not going to penetrate fully automatically by itself. You're going to have to pound it. I used a pry tool with a little small light hammer. It bam, 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 hit the side of it on one side. Bam, 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 hit the side on the other side. I did that over 2 days. These things came out like butter with my cheater bar. Only 3 clicks on the ratchet. It went boop. And the same thing with the upstream sensor, O2 sensor. That's it. Thank you. Pardon my swearing.